Once again, welcome back. You are watching the Shinhan Tank Pro League, the Teamliquid Community Tournament. As you can see, the game today is SK Telecom T1 versus Woongjin Stars. Fantasy did just defend successfully against a proxy gateway to take his team up 2-1, and we're going to move on to the game on Neo Medusa, which the players will be introduced very shortly. Let's get in as quick as we can. Can Notouch of all people? I do believe Notouch became. Oh no, that was alone. Never mind. Notouch hasn't actually got a picture yet. I need to get one for him. But this is his debut in STPL. He was meant to play in BOSL and actually missed one of his games and got a walkover in the other one. I do believe, yeah, he lost in the final match, I think against Anytime. So he's not had very much luck with ZVP until now. So we're gonna have to see who his opponent is and if he can avenge himself, because his opponent is Hansen, now known as Bravo. In case you're wondering why they look so similar, they are the same person. Unluckily for Hansen, he did play against KT and he did lose. So, sorry, they played against Oz and they lost. It was a relatively close game, I think. I'm not going to say who he played against, because even though it's my own tournament, I'm very bad at remembering results, so I'm going to have to make sure I've got those open for the next time I cast. But yeah, he is 0 wins, 1 loss at the minute, so he does have everything to play for, and his map to do that on. Notouch obviously trying to prove himself, so is Hansen very early on in the tournament, and it's up to them to decide their fates and possibly even their team's fate on Neo Medusa. Of course, if Notouch does win this game, it will put SKT in a game win or match win situation. This is match point for SKT, and if they win this, they've taken the not the final match, they've taken the losers match, and they will go on to meet KT in the final match. So this map hasn't actually been played so far this tournament. It's actually got no win-loss stats. Although I do believe... No, the winners match and losers match are different maps, my bad. But yeah, okay, so... Of course, there we go, we do have Neo Medusa, gonna move straight into the intro and we'll get going. Okay, so as you can see here, both players doing their best to get ready. Notouch, or Player 1, as they are rightfully called here, on the left side, playing for SK Telecom T1, who are 2-1 up against Woongjin Stars. And Hansen, or Bravo, whichever you like to call him. I will call him Hansen for the purpose of the tournament. But he is on the right side, and he will be playing for his team's life in the preseason. This will decide whether they go out 4th, or if they manage to stay in and go 3rd or 2nd. It's all going to come down now to this one game, and it's on the wire. So Hansen has to pull it out. He has to win this game if he wants Stars to stand a chance. Well, if he wants Stars to even move out of the losers match. So let's see if he can do it. And we're gonna move on here straight into the game, and I do have everything showing already, which I shouldn't be. So here we go, let's get going. As you can see there, we do have Hansen in the green, and he will be in the bottom part of your screen. Which for the purposes of the program I'm going to call that the 7 o'clock position, or for the overlay should I say. So Hansen is in the 7 o'clock position, and as soon as I can move my camera I will. You're looking in the top left in the 10 o'clock position, and that will be that will of course be his opponent, SK Telecom T1's Notouch. He is purple, and he's not building an early pool. He is sending his Overlord, luckily for him, in completely the right direction. They are chatting. I did actually miss what the initial chatting said, but it looks like they're discussing, I guess, if the results are being kept. Notouch, of course, could have asked me, but that's fine. As long as the players are all clear on exactly what's going on, that's what my plan is, and I hope everyone enjoys playing in the tournament and watching the tournament if you're at home watching the stream now or on the VODs later. From the actual season, I'm going to start splitting up the games and putting them on YouTube as well, because I've heard from one of the Stars players, actually. I think it's Flying himself. He said that in Korea he has a lot of trouble watching Hitbox due to the lag. So hopefully for him and for anyone else who prefers YouTube VODs over Hitbox, I'll be able to get that done for you. It looks like Notouch is actually going to go for an overpull here, and Hansen is going for typical wall off with his racks on 11. Not opting to add any gas, so it looks like he will be going into some kind of 1 rack expand build. Or if he's feeling very, very cheeky, he could add another racks there and go a little bit more aggressive, but he's going to scout that there's no hatchery up yet, so no hatchery first from Notouch. He's going to try and block this drone now with his SCV. Oh, he's going to build an engineering bay, which is going to be incredibly annoying for Notouch, because it means either he's going to have to try and wait for Zerglings to come out and kill it, or he could sit there and kill it with the drone, I guess. He could, of course, do what he's doing here as well, which is send an extra drone out to go and take another base. This is actually going to make him very, very weak to any form of aggression, and this engineering bay actually slows down his expansion a lot. Going for a 1 rax FE, that style of block is very interesting, because now Notouch has been forced to build Lings, and those Lings are now going to run at his base. He is walled off, but it's not a Ling type wall on this map. There are two gaps, and there's only going to be 2 Marines by the time these Lings get to his base. So this could be once again a very quick finished game. Actually supply blocking himself ever so slightly there, which is going to make his Marine even later. But it looks like Notouch is just going to go back. He didn't opt to build the hatchery up there, and he will actually rebuild the hatchery there and make it a little bit safer. The SCV is still running around in his base, so he's going to use his Lings to stop it, and it looks like he's going for 3 hatches before Extractor, which means we're probably going to be seeing 3 hatch Mutalisks. 3 hatch Hydralisks are good against Terran as well, but it usually works better against people who are going some kind of mech build, especially if they're used to opening against Mutalisks. They will open Goliaths, and while Goliaths in small numbers are good against Hydralisks, they're not great against large numbers of them. So it's all going to come down now to what it looks like the SUV did go down there as soon as I moved away, sadly. It looks like he's not going to opt to, he is getting link speed, sorry, and he's going to go for a lair as soon as he has enough gas. There we go, lair going up. He's going to get ready, he's going to build a sunken there just in case. He knows that Notouch knows that Hansen isn't going to be moving across the map very soon. It does look like Hansen is actually going to go bio, build his engineering bay. If he gets +1 weapons here, it could mean he's going +1 5 racks, adding on his 2nd racks here, opting to move his barracks wall, so he's not going to have any wall, but this bunker at the front should defend. He's moving his command center over there as well, so he's perfectly safe now. Notouch almost looking like he's going to add a 2nd sunken there, but thinks better of it. Does have, another SUV scout does actually force the Lings back, but he's now going to move back across and hopefully get a small contain out, so he knows exactly when he can move in. Oh, he's actually opting for Hydralisks, and that's very interesting here. He saw that he's more than likely going bio off of a 1 rax FE, and he's going for Hydralisks. He does have lair, which makes me believe he's going to go straight for lurkers. and if you do a lurker drop up here, or even just kill the temple up here with the lurkers, you can do a hell of a lot of damage against someone who isn't prepared. And Hansen with his scout didn't actually get to go in and see that happening. And yeah, we do see lurkers coming up right there, so this is going to be dangerous. It's going to be a very dangerous time for Hansen if he doesn't scout this. His academy should be going up soon because he is going bio, so if he can get his scans ready in time and get up some form of turret defense, he should be fine. And I just realized I'm boxing everything again, which isn't perfect to do, so I do apologize for that. It's just a habit, I think, from playing. But yeah, it looks like we will have more links going up, and shortly he will go into Hydralisks. And Hansen now just adding on a lot of Marines, adding on Stimpack. Gonna try not to supply block himself. Up to 3 racks now. Is probably gonna look to move out across the map with his 1 firebat. All Notouch has right now is Lings, but as soon as these lurkers are finished, it's gonna be very, very difficult for him to actually do anything. Because with this amount of bio, lurkers are very, very difficult to micro against unless you're very good at the game, so it will be a test of Hansen's skill. It looks like Hansen's going to try and move around, go back to his medics to make sure that nothing comes in from his temples, but he does now see that there's nothing there, and he's going to move up towards Notouch's base. Notouch now adding on his sunken colony, or extra sunken colony. But these lurkers are going to make all the difference here. This could be key to his defense. He only actually has 1 lurker popping, and 1 lurker isn't really going to help him enough against all this bio, but these lings behind are going to go for a very, very nice surround. And Hansen is going to be in a lot of trouble soon. Oh, it looks like 6 more lurkers being added on, and Hansen's not planning moving in anytime soon. This lurker's actually going to move out and try and test its might, but it does actually move back. And now adding on his factory, will add on his starport and his vessels shortly. But he's been using his scans. He has one. Okay, so he has 2 scans. So if Notouch chooses to move out with these lurkers, he will have enough scans to maybe deal with them. But there's so many lurkers against so little bio, and he's actually completely trapped him. This is going to be completely devastating. He's going to lose all his bio forces, and there's nothing he can really do about it. He's going to try and get away with the few Marines that he can. But that was a very, very nice engagement for Notouch. The lurker's doing a great deal of work there, and he's just getting out march across the map. There's not enough Marines to even kill the lurkers, and they're just running. It's I'm trying to think of the name of the film where they're running with animals, but whatever. He does retreat back to his other Marines, and this does give him a little bit of force to hold off the Lings, but I'm not sure he can help really stop this lurker push with the amount of bio he lost. He's only on 3 barracks. His factory isn't fully complete. He's adding his 4th barracks now, but yeah, it looks like Notouch is going to really, really use the map to his favour. Shows that he's practiced this map a lot. He's actually going to take down these temples. This depot, very cleverly placed by Hansen, is going to see this coming. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get back and defend in time. So it's all up to where he moves his units, and these Lings are still a very, very decent threat in his front. He has 2 bunkers there now, but only with 2 Marines in. So the Lings could actually do a really nice backstab, but it looks like he's going to move across. He even has a turret up here. That is very, very clever thinking. He knows the lurkers are coming, and obviously it does help against Mulists. But sadly for him, Notouch doesn't want to engage in the turret, and he is going to move forward. And his siege line, his mineral line is about to be sieged. Lings are going to move in and get pushed away by the bunker. But I'm not sure it really matters. There is a tank here, but he's just running straight forward with these lurkers. He has no fear. He's killed most of the bio, and all the SCVs are going to go down. Hansen is losing so much here, and he doesn't have really anything to defend with anymore. He's going to try and use his 1 tank that he's preparing very, very actively, but so many lurkers just move forward. I'm not even sure if it's going to get away, and it dies. 1 more tank is left, and his barracks are on the siege as well. He's lost all his SCVs at his main mineral line. His natural is still alive, but there's lurkers outside of his natural now as well. A siege tank is going to do what it can, but he's got so many lurkers he's going to pick up and just make a run for it. And Lings and Lurkers will take out the last bunker, and it looks like this is going to be the end for Honson, and the end for Stars. Oh, he doesn't even GG, he just leaves the game. A little bit of bad manner there from Honson, kind of upset that his team is now out of the preseason. SK Telecom taking the set 3-1. They, well, 4-1. I've got something to explain about that, but I'll do that very, very shortly. But yeah, a very, very nicely played game by Notouch, showing he is not a walkover, and when put in a position where he needs to win for his team, he'll deliver. He's not scared to go aggressive, and he's not scared to do something relatively out of the ordinary. I will take you to the results screen, which will of course show you the final results for today. There is actually a fifth game, but hold on, if you just give me 1 second. Yeah, sadly the fifth game was between Boxer and SOS. That was actually supposed to be our first game today, but sadly SOS couldn't turn up to play it. He missed this game last week as well, and I was somewhat worried that he just wasn't interested in the tournament, but it came through from the Stars team chat that SOS, the player who plays him, was actually in a car crash. Thankfully he wasn't seriously injured. He did break his wrist, which means he's unable to play, but he will hopefully, for all of us at the STPL team, which is me and Quick Striker right now, we all wish him better soon, and hope that his wrist does recover fully. And I'm just glad he wasn't seriously hurt, because that could have been very bad. So SOS, if you hear this, I hope everything's fine, and I wish you luck in your recovery. And I know I just said that again, but of course that was the end of STPL today. SK Telecom T1 does take the set 4-1, which will put them into the final match, and we do have one more surprise for you, which is there is actually going to be a special match, and here we go. The next two matches, the final match will be broadcast tomorrow at 8 PM BST. I may make it 7 PM BST if Quick Striker can make it at 2 PM EST, I'm not sure. But that will be between SK Telecom T1 and KT Rolster. KT Rolster obviously losing to Oz, and SK Telecom just now beating Stars. And the special match, the date is to be confirmed, but it will be before the proper season starts. The games are currently being played now, but Oz, the winners of the preseason, are going to be facing Samsung Khan. Khan did actually have enough players just after the start of preseason, so they did miss the beginning, but they will be in here now for this special debut match, and they're going to be seeing if they can win against the champions of preseason, and showing if they can be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to the proper season, which will start in a couple of weeks. So once again, I hope you all enjoyed the cast today. I believe I've got a little bit better solo casting. It's still very difficult compared to casting with a co-caster, and there is actually a third caster now that's very interested in joining me in Quick Striker. He is on Korean Standard Time, or Korean Savings Time. I'm not sure if they observe daylight savings, but the usual broadcast time is like the time when he sleeps, so we'll have to work around that and see if we can get him in the team. It would be ideal to have like a lot of casters that can rotate around, so I wouldn't need to cast all the time, of course. There is a lot of games to be casted, and I'm just one man, and so is Quick Striker, so once again I thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the cast. If you're one of the people that got confused by my live report threads on TL thinking they were the real players, I do once again apologise. I'm flattered that you thought my posts were good enough that they were like a real tournament, and I hope that if you did tune in you enjoyed yourself. If you're interested in playing, of course the sign up thread is there. We do have 5 teams right now: Khan, KT, SK Telecom, and Oz, and of course Winged Stars, who I nearly forgot, so that's 5 teams. We are open to more teams joining in the middle of Season 1, so of course it will be a bit awkward, but Yeah, we could fit you in, it's fine. There's also a lot of spots for new players on the currently existing team, so if you... sorry, hold on. Yeah, if you want to play, just make a post there. I'm just going to quickly add the Boxer SOS result, and then I'll show the table one more time. They would have played on Neo Beltway, by the way, so sadly you didn't get to see that map again today. But yeah, hold on. So SK Telecom obviously did win. They won 4-1, and here is the results table. As you can see, the standings for some reason haven't updated. Hold on, that's why. No, once again it didn't work. Okay, that was a poor end, but hopefully you all enjoy the cast, and I'll see you tomorrow.